right, got a little package, a little service package, because that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing the service. Everything's just been sitting in one spot since 2017. I've never started this engine. It was driven here on a trailer. I haven't even cranked it over because the battery was dead. Got the battery working again, so that's also weird how that worked. But that charger, the topped on, really did a good job on that. It took about 3 days, but it came around. So now the battery's working fine. I have no idea how that worked out, but because it was dead flat. I just want to make sure that nothing, it's just unnecessary to start trying to start it with that old oil. I know it's a B230, it would handle it, no problem. But we're going to change it out anyway, so we might as well do it beforehand, right? Just to avoid that old oil starts circulating and stuff. So we're going to do the oil filter, obviously. We're going to do the auxiliary belts, cam belt, air filter, fuel filter, and then we'll try to start it. So let's get to it. All right, so let's start with the auxiliary belts, more specifically the AC pump belt, because that's closest to us, and then we'll do the generator and then the servo pump. So let's see, what will we need for that? Looks like we'll need 14, 13 maybe. We'll need something else down there, and then we got a 10. Wow, there's a lot of stuff on that thing. All right, so let's start off by kind of getting a little bit of lube on here. All right, well, we're off to a great start. All right, so we got that a little loose. There we go. Oh, that is on there. It's rusted to the crankshaft. There we go. Look at that. Well, that's been sitting for a while. All right, so we got that loose. Now we need to get the alternator. Oh, that's kind of stuck on there too. That's a good sound right there. And that's no good either. This is a Daco, so this is probably not original. Oh. Yeah, that's not budging. That one is actually stuck. And that's when you gotta stop. Don't even try it, because you will snap it. Double. I know that someone's gonna comment, why don't you just cut the belt? Well, I could do that.
2,000 years later.
Alright, I'm about done with this, so I'll just cut this off, and then we'll deal with this later. Alright, so this is the problem. This adjuster screw right here was seized into this, which is very, very common. And this is so easy to snap. So if you don't feel it loosening up immediately, you want to take this whole thing off. And then, try to use some induction heater or a torch or whatever. Try to get this loose. Because if you break this, you're going to have not a good day. So let's fix that. Alright, so next thing, we got to get this pulley out of the way. Probably should have done that with the belt on, to be honest. Here we go. Some little Torx up here. Let's go get that. It's usually missing. Oh, it's just as satisfying every time. Big old fat one in here. Now this should come off. Gotta be real careful with it though. These are easy to snap. It's already cracked right here. You can buy these, but I like the original ones. And there's your belt. So next up, we got the pulley. That is Ugga only. I don't really know how you would remove that on an automatic without an Ugga, to be honest. Just want to go ahead and lift that out of the way. It's just 2 screws. There we go. So now we can go ahead and zero out the engine. Hopefully it'll turn over. I don't know. Need to get this up here. This white dot needs to align with a little mark right there. And then this big pulley here needs to be at 0 with a mark on the pulley. Let's see if we can turn it by hand. Oh yeah, no problem. Whoop. A little bit too far. Right there. We're lining with the marks down here. I don't know if you can see that. So you just want to make sure that these align right here, and this little white mark with a little indentation in the plastic here, right on top. Now you can take the big bolt out and hopefully get the pulley off. That can be quite, nope, that's not an issue either on this apparently. All right, so we're gonna want to get this last cover off. Got a little bolt right there. And then we got a 10mm bolt right under the water pump here. And you can get the last cover. We got a mark for this pulley as well. I'm not sure if that really needs to be there, but just set it there just in case. All right, so the next thing here is basically just remove the tensioner. I mean, just take the tensioner off and the belt will just pop right off. All right, so 15mm on this. Yeah. Oh, that is not torqued to spec. Jesus Christ. Get yourself some pliers and a little sprint, I guess you can call it. And then there's gonna be a little hole in the tensioner here. Stick that in. Now you can remove the cam belt. There you go. Goes the tensioner and the belt. Probably could have ran with this belt. It doesn't show any sign of cracking or anything. Looks pretty good actually, but you know, I don't like the shape of it. Now, as far as the water pump goes, we're not going to change the water pump. Why are we not going to change the water pump? Because it's not driven by the cam belt. There's no reason to change the water pump in this case. I don't know why you should do that. Maybe because it's hard to get to it, but not really. You know, this took me like 20 minutes to get here. So we're just going to leave that there. It'll have to work. As long as it works, it feels great. Shouldn't be a problem. I mean, Volvo Original is probably much better than a pirated copy anyway. So we'll just leave that there for now. Not going to worry about that. And as long as it's not part of the transmission here, you know, don't worry about it. We're definitely going to have to take a look at the breather PCV system on this. Change out that PCV because we got a lot of moisture around all the gaskets, around all the seals. We're probably building a little bit of pressure in the engine, which is not great. So definitely going to do the PVC on this as well. All right, let's put this stuff back together then, huh? I don't know where those marks are supposed to be. That kind of makes sense. All right, so I know that there's a way to use this. Get that on there. I just can't remember how I did it. Nah, you can press it in there. Watch your face. Whoa, a little bit precarious this, because this thing will roll. Well, that could go to hell so many ways. There we go. Put the sprint in. Nice. Now we'll go back to the car. All right, so now we got that on there. And this is not a guide on how to change your cam belt, by the way. So I want to use the Volvo original instructions, you know. And this is not Volvo original instructions. All right, so the markings. We have a little mark right there and a little mark right there on the plastic cover. They align. We have a little dot right there and a little mark on the plastic cover. They align. We have a little nudge right there on this little piece of steel right here. So as you can see right there, there's a little nudge, or whatever you want to call it. That lines up with a tiny slot on the aluminum cover in here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Anyway, they align, so now we know everything's aligned. So now we can go ahead and put the pulley back on. And the cover, of course. Just secure this nut a little loose like that. Go ahead and pull that sprint. Make sure you don't have any slack over here. That's why you want to kind of just gently turn it that way to remove the slack on this side. Tighten that down. And let's not forget the harmonic dampener, which needs to get tightened down to whatever newton meters on the screen right now. All right, so now we can go ahead and put the fan back on. Where's my microphone? It's not on the hat. Oh, sorry about that. Might have been a little loud there for a while. Apologize. All right, so before we close the cam belt up here with the covers, we'll just turn the engine twice. Make sure that everything's fine. And that's online, and that's online. All right, so now we can put the cover back on. All right, so that's the cam belt done. Now we just gotta put all the other belts back on. So let's try to get this stubborn bolt out. I took this to work today, but do you think I remembered to use the induction heater on it? No, of course I didn't. I'm stuck at home with my little mini torch. Just let that heat for a little while, and then we'll try it. All right, so let's try this. Oh yeah. All right. Awesome. Didn't need much, just a little bit. So next up is, I think, air filter, because why not? Now you gotta be really careful with this, because these are 9 out of 10 times, these are freaking broken. Yeah, you see this one's already broken. Well, it don't look that bad, but it doesn't look that good either, so we can definitely go ahead and scrap this. Looks like a Volvo filter. Bosch filter. Slide that in. One filter down. Yeah, this one could get a little messy with the oil filter on this. Let's start by dropping the oil. I think this is 25 really, but I don't have that. So I'm using a 26. Let's see how this looks like. Oil doesn't look very bad at all. It looks pretty good. Smell terrible. It's a terrible smell. But yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, that works just fine. All right. Well, it definitely needs changing. There's no doubt about that. It's always a little bit tricky with all the cameras and this stuff. Get that on there. And of course, we got a new gasket. Wipe that off a little bit. Oh, that's nice. Something like that. And since we're going to be detailing this car quite a lot, I'm not going to worry too much about this oil. We'll do an undercarriage wash of it. So I'm going to try to find somewhere where you can lift the whole car up and properly clean it underneath. Still haven't found anything, but we'll see what we can find. All right, so now we're going to do the fuel filter. Important thing, so there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can start the car and then you can pull out the fuse for the fuel pump and then just let it run dry, and basically that way you won't have any pressure in this when you release the nuts on each side. Or on 940 at least, you can take this tire valve right here. You can just, stick a screwdriver in here and that'll release all the pressure. Don't point it at your eyes though, because there is 3 bars of fuel pressure behind here, so you want to be a little bit careful. I don't think we have any fuel pressure in this since it hasn't been started in 7 years, but I'm going to try this one out anyway. And then we'll just crack these loose on each end, and then we'll start with this one. And then we'll just swap it out. So let's see if we've got any pressure in here. Watch your eyes. Oh, we got a little bit of pressure. You can just open this up. Let it kind of drip out. Can have a smell at it. It doesn't smell too bad, actually. I think I could possibly start on this. Just took the whole valve out. Makes it a little quicker. Pop that back. Tighten it up. Got 17. So 17 and 19 back here. Hopefully this'll go. Oh gosh. Oh, these are always on there. All right, here we go. Okay, that is officially really on there. Yeah. All right, got him. This one should be a lot easier. Now I get it? Yeah, got it. Doesn't look that bad. All right, so now we gotta prep this filter a little bit. So we're gonna get this adapter off here. Dang, these things are really on here. All right, get rid of that. We got the new guy. Put a thin gasket on there. No, needs to be that one. Take that one and that one. I don't really like that that's all sloppy in there. See if I can get that bolt. Kind of wanted it to do that. I gotta tell you, this floor is really nice when you're working under the car. You don't have to lie on the cold ass concrete. It's kind of warm, actually. And if you are interested in this floor, don't forget that my discount code goes out in a few days. So if you want to save big on this floor, you want to do it now. Just FYI. All right. So what's left? Fill her up with oil, I guess. All right. So we got a fancy oil today, just for the occasion. We got the Motul XS Gen 2. Never used Motul. Motul? Never used that oil. This is a fully synthetic, but it is perfectly, I've double checked, triple checked. This is perfectly fine to pour in here. It's a 540, which is also recommended by Volvo. Not the old 1040, but you know, we'll see what happens here. But we're gonna use this. How much is in this? 5 liters. Crap. That means we need to measure it. Well, we got a little gauge right here, so you wanna have slightly above 1 liter left, because I think it's 3.8 something that goes into this. So we'll just wing it a little bit. It's fine. All right, I think somewhere around there will be nice. Can always. It's harder to get it out than to get it in, so you know, we'll just leave it right there. Fortunately, I don't have a dipstick, which is a little bit annoying. Could that like disappear into the engine? You know what? I think I'm gonna borrow the one from the 940 for now. I don't want that going all the way in there. That would suck. So I guess we'll just give this a whirl and see what happens. You know? I haven't even tried this thing with a battery yet, so this will be very interesting. Let's see here. Ponce 10. Yes. Why did they make this so tight? I'm gonna go crazy with the detailing on this later, so don't worry about all the dirt and stuff. I just, in order to detail it, I need to get this thing working. I need to get it MOT'd first, because I need to go to one of those washing stations to, degrease and all that stuff. I don't want to do that at home. It smells so nasty in the driveway when I do that. All right, so negative terminal is on. I don't even know if the ignition's on. Probably. All right, turning the key off. All right, let's put it on, see what happens. Absolutely nothing, so that's good. Just jamming on there for now. All right, join me as we try to fire this thing up. We'll prime the fuel a little bit, and then we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens when I turn the key. Ooh, we got a fan. Anything else that works? Lights don't work. Oh, we're in radio mode, sorry. How do you fix that? Maybe it's the wrong key or something. There is a certain way to do this. I remember that. Maybe I gotta lock it first. Not really sure how those alarms work, but let's do that. Central locking seems to work though. All the doors are closed. Is there a battery in these or something? No, it's just a transponder thing. Well, damn, I don't know what to do. But there's something you should do here. Open the door with the key, and the alarm will activate, and the horn will go off. Wait until it's done honking, about 30 seconds. Start the car within 5 seconds after the horn has stopped beeping. Now the alarm will be disconnected. Great. Okay, so it's off now. Why didn't the starter motor turn though? Oh, maybe I can't turn the starter motor because the alarm's engaged or something. Well, now it seems to be working. Oh well. Right, so we'll try to start this thing. No alarm. That's good. All right. I do not hear a fuel pump at all. All right, we'll see what happens. What was that noise? All right. It runs. Wow, that is quiet. Oh, look at that. Well, that's not good. Have you seen that? I have never seen anything like that. Look at that. What's that all about? I've never seen anything like that. Just a little hole in the fuel line. Ah, how is that even remotely a thing? Alright guys, that was a little weird video. I was not expecting that alarm to be so crazy, but I don't know what's up with that fuel hose, but we're gonna have to take a look at that, obviously. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you'll stay here for the next one as well, when we're gonna be doing something completely different here. Probably, maybe we'll get to the polishing, or we'll take a look at the brakes or something. I'm not really sure. I haven't decided this. I just want to get this thing on the road, go for a little drive. We'll do that too together, don't worry. And yeah, see what we're dealing with here. See how much we need to do to get this thing through MOT. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Ha det gött. Hej.